Most people in America are looking for what is and isn't their lawful right to accomplish, not at all. Most people are experienced with what they can accomplish, not at all. Most people don't know what they can achieve is probably true, but they also decide how they live their life in the day to day. You can focus all you want to on the past, but it never comes back to you. No matter how much you pray, no matter how much you feel it, no matter how much you know it's completely real and supposed to be that way, it doesn't mean that she's going to allow it. You see, a man in love is always a man in love, and a man who loves always loves, and openly he might have many loves in his lifetime. They might be all at one time because we have players out there who do that. But we also have women who like players like that, and they foolishly put their hands together with those men who ruin lives, who destroy children, who abuse their own wives to play again and again. An immoral woman does that. A man is somewhat known around town for being what he is, that man, that wise guy, that smart individual, that intelligent professional. But when you interfere with someone's life force, what does God think about what you're doing? Did God ask you to misbehave? Did God ask you to go out of your way to harm someone? Did God ask you to pull someone off their sleeping mat so you can put your fucking hands in their pockets? I don't think so. What I think is you're an immoral person who never stopped to think about what your job is today versus what your job might be tomorrow. At no time am I interested in the least in a man in any type of sexual relationship. Have I made myself clear, Tom? I am not interested in your gayness, your gay friends, your gay network, your anything. And yet you keep stealing from my pockets. Or is it the little girl who lives down the lane? The one who lives over at the old Charlie space, who never can stop her attack on human life. You see, a human life is still a human life, and we have rights in America that says every human being has the right to life without impediment, without someone pursuing them to impede their pursuit of life, liberty, and happiness. And my happiness is being totally impacted, and that someone has harmed me in a male jail. They kept me in a tower, they played their music at me, they did whatever they did, and openly I have difficulty now with my head because a black child was allowed and enabled to believe that it was okay for him to wake somebody up and beat them to near death, stomp on their head, crack their skull. And other children are thinking that they have the right to play voodoo doll, harming someone's loins, as if it's a game. It's not a game, it's a satanic ritual that is of Satan's and the devil's house. There is a devil's house, there is a hell, and most people want to say, well, hell is on earth, as we learned in the Angel series, which is a spin-off from Buffy and the Vampire Slayer. We probably need to bring those series back in some way that teaches people how to watch and spot the predators of America. That's really what that was about. Those fantasy-oriented films are teaching you to be careful of predators. But the predators of America are still there, still real, and you're so busy in your fucking cell phone driving down the street that you're not seeing the little kids that run out and cross the street. You're not seeing the elderly people that aren't expecting to be run over, plowed over by your immoral behavior of driving with your cell phone in your hands and not looking out in front of you. You see, you have to have a long distance view. And a long distance view is, I love you enough to say, I want to grow old with you. And I really wanted to grow old with my Japanese spouse. And this morning I woke up sort of missing her a lot. But I also woke up from the sultana of my lifetime. And that was a good dream. I also went to sleep, falling asleep thinking about the woman that I love, that I've loved for nearly 10 plus years now, who's so busy monkeying herself that I don't even know what to say. At least that's what the angels might say. But who prays anymore? Who sits down in worship of the Lord? I'd like to know, because most people don't. They're so busy worshiping their self, worshiping their feelings, worshiping their fantasies, worshiping their alliances that don't lay for them the groundwork for a lifetime of legacy. You see, a lifetime of legacy is based on the individual, but a lifetime of legacy is based on a solid team, a rock-solid team that knows their industries well enough to say, I can do this for you. But the reason I'm doing this for you is because of XYZ. An immature child who's in her 20s doesn't know one fucking thing about what a man says in a business meeting because she's a little girl. But a seasoned man knows what to say. He knows how to listen. He knows what to do every single day. And openly, he knows how to do that because he has spent his lifetime living in the world of men. And he might have had a wife. He might have had one for many, many years, more than most people can stay together. And why is that? Because they've chosen poorly in their life. And then they had the right guy in front of them, and then they ran away like a coward in the night. never expressing one word of, I apologize that this has come about. I'm sorry that you fell for me. Well, people fall for people all the time. But when the Lord God above gives you a new name that says, okay, that one's not mature enough to stop analyzing herself and getting stuck in her head for your lifeline, then we'll bring you someone who's smart enough, wise enough, mature enough, healthy enough, hearty enough, and a little younger than you so you'll have a little bit of playtime left. But here's the problem. She's married to a big asshole who ruins her life, who impedes what she's trying to accomplish. Even the Jeters of the world today interfere with other people's rights to have marvelous anniversaries, great birthdays, and other things because they are so busy fucking other people that the people of the city just said, we're turning the lights off. You don't get to have your special party. Now, my 50th birthday has come and gone and nobody did a fucking thing. I'm now 52 or 53, who knows, I'm numerically challenged, I don't give a shit. What I care about is who I love. And the women that I love are 5. Sorry, I got 5 girls now that I love. Used to be just 2. Previously my spouse, of course, and the one who was supposed to replace her. And that wasn't you. But here's the reality. I have the right to choose the women that I find in fascination, in an indication from God that they're the right type of lifeline for some portion of my life. Whether it be in business, whether it be in pleasure, whether it be in spiritual growth, whether it be in helping them to grow, I cannot say. Because God plans everything. And when you fuck God's plans, you fuck your life.